Okay, this is the Kramnik tournament. That's the name for this created tournament. 3-0 time control, 55 minutes of Blitz chess. Okay, this first game is not a top pairing. Let's try knight c6 and e5. No increment. Uh-huh. All right. Let's see how e4 is defended now. I may play d5 and open it up. Okay. This feels a little inconsistent. Like some time will be lost. This guy has to maybe move again. And maybe we launch an attack. You're going to really give me the dark square bishop? I already feel like I'm in a good position. So knight f4. Okay. I'm on the bishop. On a bishop check, I'm going to move my king. He is a really, really strong piece. I cannot put a value on him. Bishop h3 is a move. Let's maintain my bishop. Let's just go one step. I'm okay with going uncastled. I feel like I played this early start with like it was bullet. It's a blend for sure. You know, a 3-minute, somewhere in between bullet and blitz. Bishop h3 is a move because on takes I have a mate in a couple. Let's still do this. And I could even consider h5 on h3 or even a sacrifice. Yeah, sacrifices seem to work. Let's get my h-pawn rolling. Maybe the g-pawn as well. Yeah, let's get the g-pawn involved. Drop the bishop back. Yeah. Alright, I have the g-file to work with. Don't know if that was the best way to capture how I did it. I want to stop bishop here. If I push, they would maybe try bishop g4. If this pawn ever moves, then there's maybe some way I could get my rook here. I don't like having to play rook to b8, but I will on knight to a5. Let's push. Try to keep pressure on them with the clock. Let's see. I have a pawn break. Let's get in h3. Give me the h2 square. Keep pressure on f2. I'm ready to queenside castle now. Triple up on the h-file. That rook cannot move. Still going to look to triple up. They're going to throw some of their pawns at me. Let's let's hit the bishop first. Maybe my queen comes over here and tries to cause some havoc. If this bishop is removed, now maybe this pawn is serious. Hitting the knight and the pawn. I'm okay with grabbing some stuff over here now that the position is opened up on this side of the board. Knight moves, I have queen takes pawn with check. And let's just get out of this stuff for starters. And maybe do what? I could grab this pawn. I've banked a lot of time, so maybe this is a good moment to think a little bit. Let's see. Could play rook here. And let's just do that for starters, see if the rook plays over, and then I'll play rook to c8. Yeah, at least the queen doesn't enter and put pressure on my 7th rank with that little, sequence of moves there. I feel like I gained just a little bit. He's probably a serious thorn on f3. Let's defend him. And put my bishop on a better square. Queen takes e4. Serious pin. Could grab another pawn. Threatening a fork. Queen trade I'm fine with, but their king is vulnerable. Let's keep the queens on. Ooh, I almost missed that mate threat. That would have stung. Excuse me. That would have stung a little bit. I don't have to react to that. Let's get at their knight. 11 seconds. Could take that queen. And then just go right here. And get back over, or scoop up that knight, or get mate in a couple ways. Back to tournament. Okay, that was a lengthy one. Maybe there was a quicker finish, but I don't think the win was ever in doubt in that one. Once they gave up their dark square bishop, my bishop on b6, as mentioned, really tough to put a value on that guy. It's just really, really strong. He's what we might say a multi-purpose piece. He's super attacker and defender of my queen side. Okay, let's try e4. A Sicilian. Let's go straight in for an open. Bishop d3, queen e2 setup. And I don't know what I want to do with my knight just yet. Yeah, I do. Knight c3 is fine. Maybe push. Yeah, let's do it. Let's castle. I'm okay with doubled pawns here. And they're splitting their structure. Save the h2 pawn. Looking at knight e4. They have a split structure. I have doubled pawns. Let's get on an open file for starters. I have queen e4. I'd like to have that hit in a couple different ways. Let's just push him. Queen e4. This is also some idea. Maybe the queen hitting at a5 or e4. Multiple threats. Let's stop this pawn from even moving. And maybe I could camp out on one of these squares with my rooks. Especially if the dark square bishops are exchanged. Okay, they've weakened their dark squares. Let's start with this. They probably want to occupy this file. And now he's a pretty big pest. It's also observing this hole that was just created. So maybe we look to now double on the b file. See if they weaken their king in order to flush my bishop off this diagonal, and then his eyes light up some more. As soon as these pawns move, the light squares are weakened. Let's go here, strike at c6. And also, this is an idea. Let's try it. They could push. Now this is a really invasive bishop. Really invasive. This guy moves, I'm repositioning my light square bishop. I could look for h4, h5 stuff right around here. Doing alright on the clock. I'm okay with weakening my light squares in order to try and get this advance in. Let's continue. Good coordination. All my pieces are defended except for this pawn. I'm actually quite alright with a queen trade. I'd rather keep them on though. Yeah, let's keep the queens on. Could look at this stuff. Yeah, let's keep the queens on. They might try for this. Okay. Let's start with this move, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I want to get bishop c4 in really soon. Yeah. Because this is their plan. This is soon to be a strong piece. Wow. Oh, that shouldn't be working though. I got this covered still. And now I could just crash through on c6. Rook f4 if I need defensive f2. This might be happening. Well, bishop interferes with that idea. Let's get on the 7th right away. No, f3 first. Rook here, this is a really strong piece. Dark square bishop in this game as well. I guess they could capture the pawn. Their queen is defending this. I have a passed pawn. Queen here, I could play rook takes f7. Let's just do something active. The queen releases pressure on my bishop. I could set him into motion. I'm threatening some bishop move right now. Let's get pushing. Could maybe drop my bishop back to defend against that pawn. Let's keep pushing. And how are they defending this? Just keep putting a rook on b8. And now I get to hit with check. And now we're winning. Got a queen. And they resign back to tournament. Okay. Queen Master is on a streak. I already have 4 games in, 12 with fire. I have 4 with fire, 43 minutes left. Okay. Let's see who we get next. Ooh. Queen Master. All right, this is the pack leader. We gotta chip away at the pack leaders. All right, d4 and c4 and e4. Let's try h3. Bishop g5 and bishop e3. Looking to close shop on e5. Yeah, I'm going to go here just so I don't have to budge once some more fuel is added to e4. Let's just build up in the center some. Could grab a nice tempo now that h6 was in. I don't want the center to open up. I could have considered more just capturing there. But I'm alright with playing this position. Alright, they're giving me this d5 square. I think I should hop right to it. Maybe not the best idea, but Alright, how about... That's a good move. Yeah, I like that move a lot. Yeah, I like that move. Very good. Yeah. Maybe I should have calculated a little bit to win that h-pawn. Because I didn't, now I feel like I'm really suffering. d5 is a move. Let's do this. They could get this guy, but I have a couple of passed pawns. It's a dynamic position. Let's see how we do. They should be grabbing on e4. Maybe it isn't a pawn that can be won so easily. Suppose I take first and then play bishop b6. Rook here, I guess. I could have once again considered that. Even on time. I think it's mandatory this move is played. I'm just getting in this piece for free, no? Yeah, they had to do this. Getting that piece back? No. Because I have queen a4. And this... Oh my goodness, I just dropped my queen. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh, I just dropped my queen. Oh man. Awful. 132. I'll play on just a little bit more. Oh, man. I dropped my queen. And everything falls now. Oh, man. Up a piece and then down a queen. Let's just try to be fancy with the knight a little bit. Scare him. Scare tactics. Hang on to your knight. Ugh. Ugliness. I got nothing. I'll be resigning very soon, I think. Very soon. Ah, man. Well, that wasn't the best. He just gave me that pawn. Maybe they're nervous. Maybe they're nervous. That's what I have to play for. The nerves. Are they nervous? Rook to d2. I got a knight. That's about it. Let's just keep attacking that queen for a little bit. Yeah. They could just capture here. There's a good spot. 40 seconds. Don't know if that's a good move. I guess we're going to go here. Defend that. Crawling up into a ball tactic. 30 seconds. 28. Gotta avoid these rook exchanges. No. 24. Let's attack the queen. 20 seconds. Okay. I'm just looking for time-burning tactics. That's all I have. Let's try this. There we go. Got another pawn. 14 seconds. I'm in a pin. Only have 8 seconds. 6. They're going to try to get rid of my last pawn. Ah. Now I'm winning. They got nervous. Oh, man. Lucky dog. Who is a lucky dog? It's me. Oh, man. Queen Master, you had me, man. You had me on the ropes. Big time. Oh, man. Shouldn't have happened like that. Where was the finishing touch? Invest a little bit more material, probably. Okay. We're going to connect knights. We're going to try not to drop a queen in this game against the Queen Master. We learned our lesson against the Queen Master. Don't drop your queen. Okay. I'm not doing this with the intention to maintain the pawn, but I don't want to give up this square to the white pieces. Now I could maintain this pawn, because I'm in there in time to have my rook defended. Boom, boom. So I won some space on the queen side. Let's castle. Flight square. Rook e8. Let's hang on to him. I would have rathered, have that kind of stuff happen, but let's develop. Queen d7, knight f5 maybe. a4, a6. Let's get this move in. Knight f5 soon. Let's jump in now. They're going to help improve my light square bishop. No. Let's keep dark square bishops around. Yeah. This is my better bishop. That said, I think I need to watch out for this stuff. Bishop move and then dropping in here. Let's get on this file. There's a big fight going on for the e5 square. I think they've given up on a4. Could take that bishop out. I have control over this square. My knight defends that, and my bishop can help out soon. All right, that's a nice move, and it's a move that actually traps my knight. So I'm once again going to have to work some magic. How do you work some magic again? Well, I have a time edge. I didn't realize my knight was short on squares, unfortunately. Let's start with this and let the time burning tries begin. Gotta defend that pawn. Keep queens on for sure. Okay. I don't know. Let's just throw a quick punch at the rook. And keep that square covered. Yeah, I may need to get rid of queens soon. This knight on f5 is really strong. Okay. I guess here. I want g6 in really soon. Knight there? Can they really rely upon that knight? He's a bit out of play, it must be said. Oh, that works, though. Yeah, that works. They're gonna get this guy. That's not cool. Okay, I'm officially down a full rook. 55 seconds. It's not fun, but, yeah. Okay, they didn't want that rook. Alright, I guess I'm going to save him now. And then improve my king a little bit. I think my king can rely... No, he can't rely upon that square. I'm going to have to defend with bishop c6. They have 36 seconds. Their knight doesn't have many squares. Maybe I could hold things up with this bishop and knight combination. Their knight's kind of stuck. My rook is active. Let's give this check. Oh, they might run into mate if they do that. I scooped up a pawn. I have a passed pawn now. Let's get him working. Let's give this check. Oh. If they take, they can't stop my pawn. This might be working. I insist. No, it's winning, I think. Wow. It's like two rabbits out of a hat. Oh man, they're down on time. Ugliness. I'll take the W's. I don't want to win like that. But, yeah, I don't know. Dropping my queen, dropping a piece. I didn't see that my knight was short on squares. G4. Nice move. Okay. 30 minutes, 22 seconds left. Where do we have? Top guy has 16. I have 12. How about we try e4? Why not? Okay. Let's kick that knight around. Okay, let's just go with knight f3. take with the knight. I don't have to worry about a pin now. I guess bishop d3. I'm doing this to stop bishop f5. I have these squares covered. I guess they're going to go kingside, or kingside fianchetto. Let's go c3. Bishop g5. This could be a bit annoying. Converging on e7. Wouldn't mind seeing this stuff happen. Let's get my knight involved. Knight on f3. Knight f4. I'll just drop my bishop back. They really weakened their king just then. Let's get out of this pin ASAP. Suppose I pin. What are they doing now? Okay, I'm playing against an isolated pawn now. Let's chase that knight away from its central post. Does it even have to go in reverse? Opposite color bishops? Let's add more fuel to this knight. Get him to budge. He budged. This knight's out of play now. There's still this pin going on against the pawn. My queen is soon to get really active if they challenge my rook. Queen swap, and then queen f7. h4, h5 comes to mind. Maybe we have this in mind right now. If the knight gets too fancy, maybe this. Let's keep pressure on the clock. Do I want to allow e3? No, let's try to win this pawn. Maybe he's gone too far. Yeah, I'm going to try to show that he's overextended somehow by adding more pressure to him. Knight f6, queen here, and then I could look to remove the knight and then win here. Should probably try e3. But they have to calculate. They have to see that they could get out of the pin. And they have the more vulnerable king. Bishop here next. Yeah, straight away. Okay, let's play this opposite color bishop ending. g3, king g2, bishop f3 in time. Let's make sure this stays as is. I don't want to see a3. It's going to be a slow one. g3, king g2. Get my king on a light square. h4, h5 is an idea, but first things first. Okay, let's get this in before they go here. I want to keep this structure for my king. This is going to be a nice hut for my king. Okay, he's on a light square. That's nice. Next phase is what exactly? Let's go here. This is tricky. I have pressure against this pawn. Okay. Let's try something different here. I don't want to have to do this, but maybe I have to. Okay, they're not putting me back in a pin. What concerns me is rook here if I move my bishop. Rook takes and then queen takes here. Suppose I play g4 though. Try and show that their queen's off sides. Let's try this. Get a g6 along a file. Very committal move, but I think that this is the correct way forward. Okay. So probably just take. And now what? Let's go here. Bishop takes, I have a discovery. I was ready to drop my queen. Man. I'm being a little sneaky right now. Bishop takes pawn, queen here. That's all I have, sneaky moves. Alright, let's enter a little bit. Got this square covered. I feel like f3 is the move. Yeah, let's do it. And... Oh, I don't have much time. I'll grab this pawn. Yeah. It's a rat race. Oh, they're not going after this guy. Why not? Check. Gonna trade rooks? Why'd I do that? Oh, man. Get the rooks off. They're down on time. My goodness. Oh, these games. Tough. 23 minutes and change. Where do we stand here? 2019-16. Okay. Let's see what we get. How about c5 against Odie? d5. And let's just look to recapture on c5. Are they going to be greedy? Trying to hang on? No. This is very weakening, and the knight is upset. That's his favorite square. Queen b6 threatens to win material. This is still, I think, good. e3 is sensitive, and I might look to add more pressure to it. Okay, they're kicking me off of that diagonal, but have weakened the queen side immensely. 4 holes. So a rook will like the c-file that much more now. Let's make sure it stays open. I don't want to see e5. I could have maybe just played knight here first. Yeah, because I just helped out their knight by capturing. I should have played here straight away. But okay. Let's not go there straight away. Let's focus on this square. What's he do? Queen's in the way. It's castle. Shouldn't have allowed that. Should be alright. But I'm definitely not playing this the best. They're giving me a pawn. Okay. Where to go with my light square bishop? Let's just get a counterattacking move in. I will take that. Definitely. Bishop g2, rook here. Now I'm on that long diagonal. Get my king on e7. That's where he belongs. Towards the center now. I'm up a pawn. I'm okay with some trades. A king and pawn ending is winning if they play rook to d2. Let's save my g-pawn. I could have just gone there. What was I just saying? King and pawn ending is winning. Let's give a check first. Now what? King has to go back. Let's win this pawn. Okay. I'm on c4 now. Dropping pawns. I have 2 connected pass pawns now. I'm going to look to get these guys rolling. On b6, I guess I could just capture or push. Let's improve the king a little bit. Rook exchange. Watch out for any sneakiness. And we're good to go. Let's get pushing. They resigned back to tournament. 24s in first, 20. Ferrari, I see, is now in there. And here he is. 3-0 time control against Ferrari. Let's try knight f3. and d3. Okay. A kingside fianchetto by Ferrari. Let's go rook e1 for starters. Maybe d4 soon. Let's kick that bishop away first. And let's get in f4, actually. Why not? My rook feels like it should be back on f1 now that I have f4 in. King h1. Let's just secure my knight for a moment. King h1, bishop e3, and then bishop g1 on knight g4. I don't want to do this. It feels too weakening to weaken g3. Let's do it. Back up. They give up this square now. Knight d5 should be pretty strong. It's the only way I can recapture. It's a bit annoying. Okay, let's do this first, and I'm going to look to shut down this diagonal with d4 right now. And maybe even e5. Just try to put a clamp down immediately on this guy. Which is maybe too soon, because I do give up this square. Put immediate pressure on it. On a knight move, I have this. Maybe they have to do this first. Knight d5 is looking pretty strong. Takes, pawn takes, push, bishop e4. This kind of stuff. Offsetting my strong bishop. He's really important to me. What's also important is that I keep my queen on the board to defend c2 for the moment. They gave me the f-file with that capture. They may look to undermine my center more. Really sharp position right now. 130. That's a pretty slow move. How do I even dislodge this knight? I think it's the correct thing to kick this knight away from the action. He's too strong. I don't think they can make use of g3 so easily. And I want to get rid of this bishop. It's really strong. How about queen e2? And then knight e4. Maybe knight g3. Queen d7, king h2. Yeah, let's go here. Knight there. I cover f4 with my bishop. Notice with my knight moving, now I'm free to kick this knight away. These are the two pieces that were bothering me, so trying to get rid of them. Knight h4 is now a possibility, but I don't want to take my knight away from guarding this center. Let's secure my center, kick the knight a little bit, giving up that square. Okay. They can drop in there and get my light square bishop if they want. I have a pretty good time edge. Oh, I got to take with my queen to defend this. I think I have really good play. This knight d6 move should be a killer. He's just hitting everything. Yeah, so they got rid of him. Now their knight is looking to bring the pain. Let's double up. Knight g5. Let's first offset the knight. And I guess we do this. Alright, we're going to have a queen trade. I have almost a minute advantage. Can I get these pawns rolling? Let's open up this file for my rooks. My knight. Bishop here, hitting the rook. I want my bishop to defend my b2 pawn. A little bit scary right here. I can't really find a good spot for my king. This is happening soon, it feels. Let's try this move. Makes him think at least. My knight is going to be kicked very, very soon. I think I could deal with that, though. Here. No, let's keep pressure on this pawn. Let's give a check. Okay, I have this. And I could rely upon this position, I believe. Now let's just take the bishop. And then look to take this pawn. I could do this because I have a check. And next up, let's win this pawn. Yeah, the time pressure is a bit much now. Let's get some trades. And in the end, I have 2 pawns. Get the rooks off. And then fly. And then fly. Down on time. A rat race at the end. 13 minutes and change. 32, 25, 24. When will I get one of these 2 top dogs? If at all. It may happen that we don't get paired up. 13 and change. Couple speed bumps. There we go. Spinal tap. Got him. Let's try knight f6. Nimzo Indian. Why not? Classical. Queen c2, huh? Let's try this capture. And then e5 right away. See where white puts his pieces. c5, knight c6. Expecting this kind of stuff. d5, knight e7. Let's go here. They're going to play f3, and I'm prepared to just drop back to d7. I don't want to castle kingside too soon. Yeah, let's just secure c5. We don't want to drop c5. Okay, knight here now. Although, no, if I go there, there's this stuff. So, kingside it is. A locked center. I may try for h6, g5 before knight g6. Let's shoot for that. That move, huh? Well, let's take with the knight. And I think I could castle. We're going to look for e4 ideas. They're going to play on the king side. Looking for e4. Although, I have to be really careful because of d6. Wouldn't mind seeing the a-file open up. Yeah, maybe this was a bad idea. I should be trying for something else, like maybe this? I'm okay with doubled f-pawns if this happens, because my king will find a nice home here if they invest the dark square bishop. Let's try for this. Keep them guessing about an e4 idea. Their king is more vulnerable. They've moved their g-pawn twice, so I think I want to keep the queen on board, so okay. They're locking down on that idea, I see. I could take him whenever, though. Looking for a b5 break. Let's see. I could do this. Yeah. Take with the queen on rook takes rook. I want to get in b5. Okay. Right now is the time to do that? Hmm. Let's just get a quick move in, kind of semi-passing. Another semi-passing. If they go h4, I think I'm going to go for... No, that move isn't working. Hmm. Tough to come up with a plan here. Let's try the doubling. I could have gone for that sooner. Wasted some time there, clearly. Just making some passing moves. But I could have looked for this doubling idea much sooner. My fear with playing b5 is that I end up in some pin that I can't easily get out of, or even on the clock. They're pushing straight away. I don't want the h-file to open up. Let's go here. On king g4, I have g6, I think. Looks like a weird move, but I think it's good. Defends the knight, and there is no pawn takes here. Sharp position. Very strategic. Their king is walking a tightrope with the queen still on. I mean, I could still shift over here. Like maybe right now, actually. How about I take and play queen c8? How are they defending here? The queen has to go back. It's not easy to get out of that pin, though. Could look for b5. Or just a capture first. You know, something where the rook comes to this side. Okay, now I could take like this and then push. I think I'm winning material now. With the push and then an ensuing double, or not double check, but a discover check. And they see that now. Bishop d3, go here, break the pin. And then pawn takes, I have this. Discovered check. Is there something more? I don't think so. Alright, let's just trade queens. I insist. What's that move about? Oh, they mouse slipped there. They're down on time a little bit, but they wanted to play rook a7. I had a piece. I don't know if I should have traded queens there, because I was defending my g7 square with my knight. So that wasn't a threat. 36, 30, 30. I'm in fourth with fire. One more game, and that's probably it. Let's try to make it a good one. A mouse slip or maybe a sneak artist move, maybe. Adi. Alright, let's try c5. Okay, if I could get this one, maybe I could sneak into the podium. Is that a mouse slip, or did they genuinely want to move the bishop to h3? Okay. Try and pile up on that knight. This is already a serious move. Knight to d4. Six-minute mark. I'll just drop back. Still observe this pawn, who's now very weakened because of c4. He's bound to fall, this guy on d3. No, let's target d3 right away. Could challenge that knight with a piece. I feel like there's no rush with taking here. He's attacked 3, he's only defended 1, he's going nowhere, most likely. Alright. We'll go there now. Less than 2. It's castle. I could have also captured on c4. Okay. And let's post up in the center. They have a weakened king. Let's keep the queens on. Take with the pawn, pass pawn. Maybe even open up the f-file. The king is opposite my rook. Some stuff in the way, but it can be cleared out. The knight can certainly move. F-pawn could get involved. We might just have that. Yes, right here. Don't know if taking with the rook is best. No, we're going to take with the queen, hitting at h3 and f2. Let's get one more move in with tempo, maybe even another. Grabbing a lot of space with tempo. And maybe even win the rook. Do we take now? The queen will recapture. Let's do this. On pawn takes, I get to take with a discovered check now. And this slams the door on the queen side, really. This structure. So now it's getting blasted open, the f-file. Where's the mate? That's with check. Should be right around the corner. That's not it. Let's try this first. Threatening mate in 1. Alright, they missed it. Back to tournament, 3 minutes, 13 seconds. I have a tie break, I guess. They have me in second. Okay, this is the top guy. Not going to finish, so let's just try and make this one a good game. Okay, knight f3. Roy Lopez with d3. Okay. I'm going to go for something like this instead of any c3, d4 idea. I like going for this piece play type stuff. Could take their dark square bishop. Let's go for that. And I want to immediately challenge that knight. I'm looking at the a b4 move at some stage. Maybe h3 was better first. I need to get out of this pin really soon. I'm going to put my queen on e3. Ooh. Bishop versus knight. Let's lock down on this pawn and maybe target him. They're going for a quick f5. Yeah, I'm going to do change of plans. They're going to go f5. Okay, I'm fine with that. Now I'm going to look for f4. They've obstructed their f-pawn, so let me get in f4 right now. A bishop on this diagonal should be pretty beast-like. Queen here? No. Okay. Well, how about my bishop on this diagonal right now? g5 would be illegal. Let's do this. I'm looking to target g7. My bishop is better than their knight in this position, I'm pretty sure. My queen is unprotected. Let's go here. I want them to capture me. I don't want to trade too much. Didn't see that move. Queen e3? Even an ending, a bishop versus knight ending without the queen should be good. Actually, pawn takes, I win the queen. Yeah, they're not having any of that. Okay. I just come over here. Let's try that. I've used a lot of time. Let's come back over. Okay. We're gonna have some trades. Much more simplified. Let's go here. If they take my rook, I get to recapture with check. I don't know how good of an idea this is. I am on their knight as well. I didn't want to... Okay. Bishop takes knight right now? Is this a one king and pawn ending? Let's try for this. With me being down on time, I'm going to try for something a little bit simple. Maybe I win the a pawn straight out. One king and pawn ending? Let's go here first. And then I'm going to keep the rooks on. I can't work out if it's a one king and pawn ending. Let's give this check. Rook back, and we're just repeating too much. Let's go here. I want to play for something. I feel like I need to get my king working. Maybe repetition was best. Yeah. Maybe now we try to get the rook over to the a file. I don't know. I have to try for a draw here with the time situation. Would it even be a draw, though? It's looking like a draw. I was ready to resign. This is a pretty locked position. I'm going to play it on a little bit. This is a dead draw. A little repetition. No. Playing on time. There we go, repetition. Okay. Yeah, I felt like I should have had something there with the bishop. It got too simplified. Yeah, it was silly. I mean, the trick here, or the idea I think that black had at this point was to meet rook here with a pawn push. And he's just a really good piece. What more can I say? He defends the pawn. He cuts off my king from where he wants to be. So I need to do something different right around here. I wanted to see this tension resolved much sooner and somehow get a rook here, but I couldn't make it happen. Okay, that wraps up the Kramnik tournament. Just out of podium land. Ferrari got another game in there, so beat me out to the podium. Final standings, 40, 37, 34, 32, 55 players in all. Let's have a look at page 2. 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, that's going to do it. To the 54 of you that took part in this. Good games all.